Today, I am in Niigata Prefecture to hike Mount Makihata, which is a hike that I've been wanting to do in the winter for ages, and finally got my chance. It's pretty close access to Tokyo, but it is fairly rare for it to have good weather. But boy, oh boy, did we get some good weather today. It's also a 3-day weekend, so all of the rental cars from the most convenient station were, of course, gone. And so I have come a few stations down the line to this very small, tiny village where they do have a rental car in stock. So we're gonna grab that and head over to the trailhead.
It's hard to tell, but right now I'm actually walking up a road. It's not plowed in the winter, but this is usually a road in the summer. And so actually I'm walking in the first little bit here to get to sort of the actual start of the hike. And not totally necessary, but already in snowshoes. It's not super deep, but you can see there's a couple of places where people are punching through. So this makes it way easier to walk, though they're a little bit obnoxious. So really surprising no one, I am the last guy here today. There are a bunch of cars in the parking lot, actually overflowing the parking lot. There has to be 30 cars at the bottom of this hike. I think a lot of people come here to ski. And maybe live locally or stayed the night before. And so they probably got here at 5 or 6, which is when I left Tokyo. Time-wise, I'm pretty sure I can make it up and down before it gets dark. But there's definitely not a lot of headroom. So, as you can tell by me panting, I'm going fairly fast. Our destination for today is one of these guys here. I'm not actually sure which one. I'm guessing it's somewhere over here though. So I'm pretty sure that we are going up one of these sort of steep bits here, because after this road that I'm on, it's gonna get real steep for a little bit, and then it'll flatten out into a nice bridge walk, which is of course all the pictures you see online, the fun part. But first there's gonna be a lot of sweating before we get there. I'm excited though. It's so clear. Yeah, it got hard. This is so steep. And just like straight up the ridge here. Like, I think I just walked essentially this slope for basically a mile. One handy feature for things like this though, that's nice about the snowshoes. See that little bar back there? This guy is, a lot of people call it like a stiletto, my high heels. And it props your heel up so that it takes basically effectively a couple of degrees off the slope incline. And it makes it way easier to walk, which has taken this slope from impossible to really hard. Well, I think that I've done the worst of the climb now, and probably made it way harder on myself than it needed to be, because I think that I just came straight up something that probably had a bunch of switchbacks under the snow. And so now we're gonna head up this ridge and then over there. And I think that might be the summit for us. If not, it's gonna be behind that one, but I think that we've got a little more climbing to do yet, but we've done really the hardest part, I think. And it's probably visible, but I don't sweat this much in the summer. I just ran yesterday. I didn't sweat this much while I was running in Tokyo. This is crazy. I was totally alone at the start because I was so late, but I finally kind of caught up with a good amount of people. Makes you feel a lot safer. I think I've said that before. It's just reassuring. There are a ton of skiers out here. That's a massive group. I don't know if they're getting ready to go up or go down though. Another little feature of my snowshoes, and I guess a lot of snowshoes, they have this little claw down by the toes. It just obviously helps you kind of kick your toes in if it gets really steep. I've never really had to use that before as much as today, where I'm like, it's steep enough here that I'm essentially kicking my toe in, and even with the stiletto up, I'm not even putting my heel down. Just totally kicking. They call it a kick step on crampons, and I have never kick stepped in snowshoes before, but I guess here we are. This is the actual last push to the summit. The very top is over there. So we'll be up this and around, we'll be at the top, and then it will be time for lunch. Just in a t-shirt to totally bundled up the second I came over this ridge. It is really fast. I thought I was going to have a nice little lunch break up here, but sheesh. I had to go back down a little bit before I had any kind of break. So I'm going to be a quick picture at the top and then try to do everything. As you can see, it kind of is like flat, sort of, well, I guess rounded kind of top here. The summit is, I walked over it, didn't realize it. I figured there would have been a marker. It's probably buried under the snow. see it. So we're gonna go over there, I get a little picture, and then I need to start walking down to somewhere I can get food. I'm gonna fall over before I get off the hill. That's it. Woo! Alright, if I'm honest, not very fast. Way better than walking.
It's now lunchtime. Actually, it's like close to 1:30. But I found a little spot just off the path to enjoy my delicious onigiri, my rice ball, with a pretty good view. But it's kind of sheltered here by these trees. Looks like someone maybe dug a cave here that fell in or something. Kind of neat. I think I'm doing okay for time. Not running with lots of extra, but I think that the return trip should be pretty fast. Cause I got one more climb here, and then it's all the way just downhill the entire way back. Got pretty tired there before I sat down for this break, but so hopefully this gives me some energy to make it back out. Though frankly, I'd be happy to stay out here until the sun went down, because I mean, look at that view. Part of the hike. If I can't slide down my butt here, it wasn't going to work anywhere. Let's give it a shot. Ow! Oh! Oh my butt! Oh god! Okay, that's the cross. Nice. Ow. Oh. Woo! Woo-hoo! Oh. Yeah, that section got us a little bit of speed. And also soaked my gloves. My hands are freezing. Yikes. Oh boy, did that feel good though. Okay. That's the car again. Doing these descents in snowshoes, it always feels like I'm kind of walking on the moon. Just kind of like big poofy steps. There's not really any impact. You just kind of float. Except sometimes you still, even despite the snowshoes, there'll be like one time your foot will punch right through the snow and you fall over. Feels good though. Not the falling over part, everything except for that. Ow! See, there you go. I fell over. Ow! This snow is so wet. It's like cement. One last look at the view here before I head back down into the trees here, which is the section right at the beginning where I was feeling like I was dying. So hopefully we get down this pretty easy without going for too much of a ride.
Well, I just did a whole lot of screwing around, trying to go down on my butt, trying to slide down with the snowshoes. Do I use my ice axe? Do I use my poles? Switch my equipment around a whole bunch of times. Back right up to the set that I had before. Snowshoes and poles. Honestly, I think my legs are so tired that I can barely keep myself standing up whenever I slip out somehow or other. Let's see if I fall here. Nope, we're good. Nice. But except for me, it's very peaceful. Alright, this is just too funny. So I'm pulling out the camera before I fix the problem, but I just came down this little drop here. Last bit before we get to the road. I'm in the home stretch. My snowshoe slid under the snow and I tripped. I straight up cannot move my leg. That is how wet and heavy this snow is. And so now I'm gonna dig myself out. And then I'm gonna walk back to the car. See ya. Well, I lived. Let's get this show on the road. And it's finally time to take off the snowshoes. Good work, guys. That's probably the longest I've ever worn these. Holy cow.